Well, hello there, friends. On this lovely Wednesday evening, November 22nd, 2017, it is day 68 of NOFAP and day 61 of no alcohol and a low-carb steak and eggs, little bit of vegetables diet. So as of this morning, the scale said about 238.4. So we'll just leave it there, 238. So from about 265 to down to 238. With basically no cardio, just diet and some calisthenics strength training here and there. I'd say that's pretty good. So it's good to finally cross that 240 barrier and get under. So I'm still... It would definitely probably be faster with cardio. And, perhaps maybe I can reduce the calories a little bit. My only worry is, if I eat too few calories, how that will affect sort of recovery from the strength training and stuff. So we shall see. We shall see. But yeah, cardio would be good, even though I keep saying... I'll do it. It's just I've always got that recumbent bike at home I can use, but maybe that way, there's literally no excuse. And I really, now that my foot has basically, I think, recovered, because I have gone for some long walks recently. Oh, let me guess, like 20 minutes? No, I'm talking about like almost 2-hour long walks. And it, doesn't seem to have any issues. So, I would definitely like to do some hill sprinting, I think. So we'll see. We'll see. I took some days off around the holiday, which I completely forgot about. I guess I must have put in the request so early that it just sort of went out of my head. So it looks like I will actually be having a 5-day weekend because of that. So that was very nice. And I sort of saw that and realized it, like, oh. It's always nice to get a little surprise like that when you're not expecting, oh, I'm off a lot more than I was expecting. So it's been actually pretty warm. Pretty warm. There is a little bit of a wind out. Wow, it's exciting. Tell us more. Meteorologist Picnic Man. Yeah, Thanksgiving, it looks like it's going to be a Thanksgiving without really much cold weather or even any snow. So that's that. And afterwards, I do want to go and do some dips. Wednesday is dip day. Whoo, right? Whoo dips. But what are dips without chili, right? But hey, man, the diet seems to be going well that I don't want to change it or do anything else. It's like, well, shit, if this thing is working, and I feel like I'm getting to the point where people will make comments, where I've had some people who I hadn't seen in a while, like, oh, looks like you're losing weight. So, and my mom has mentioned it too. So it's definitely working. So, and I was thinking about, oh, maybe I'll go back to the chili diet, but think it's the tomato sauce, honestly. You just get heartburn and stuff from it that, you seem to feel fine for about an hour or two, and then you can really feel it. So, nah, it's not worth it. As long as it's working, I can just make some tweaks here and there. I can go ahead and keep at it. No need to change it. Just, make little bits of tweaks, optimizations, but keep at it. Don't change it and mess it up. So, yeah, I am taking the SAM E and the test booster. Still don't know. I don't know how long it takes for things to show up, especially with the SAM E. I don't feel any different, and I don't really think it's going to make a difference much. But, if it's also one of those things that's good for your joints and stuff, that I'm totally okay with. Like, if I notice a difference with my, joints, whatever, yeah, I'm certainly willing to buy SAMe, even if I don't, my depression or something isn't cured or helped. Realistically, folks, I don't think my problem is chemical in nature. So I don't really think it's a matter of, it'll sort of make me feel better and something. No, it is definitely more of a situational and such. But yeah, I'm not even if I don't feel like it really matters, it's not like I'm stopping doing it. So I will continue taking it, plus the test booster. The test booster, like I said, I've read all of those things generally don't really work because they don't have the actual stuff in it because it's not legal to do that. But I already did buy it, so might as well finish taking it. Yeah, it's just figuring out some stuff with the routine of what else I want to do. What kind of cardio? Because I gotta say, doing those Home Alone cardio chats is what made it tolerable. Being able to talk, just because your mind is going, is what really allowed me to do the cardio. Because I cannot stand otherwise just sitting on that bike pedaling for 30 minutes. Even listening to something, I just couldn't really do it. But there's not really a whole lot to talk about these days, I feel like. And I do feel like I've definitely... I don't know. I'm not really going to talk about my exercise routine right now until I've made some more progress on it and all that. So... just so it doesn't, you're trying another routine, huh? You're always changing things. But yeah, a full 2 months on a diet. The NOFAP, I don't even give a shit about anymore. I really do think NOFAP is basically a meme. Not that I expected it, but it's very easy to get caught up in it. However, that is not to say that I feel like you should be sitting around watching a bunch of porn and beating off. But, the idea that, it's going to make these huge changes in your, it doesn't fucking matter. Although maybe for some people out there it does, depending on their life situation and all that stuff, so... I haven't really been thinking about women, but did have a couple of moments today where it kind of grabs you a little. There's this one I was chatting with a little bit that I work with. This is one that I think I actually tried to, it's TLDR story. Tried to ask her out if she ever wanted to get coffee on Facebook, I think like 2 years ago, and kind of never heard back. But I wasn't her Facebook friend, so I didn't know if it went in like a trash folder or something. I don't know how it works. I was like, well, shit, either she's weirded out, but then she like showed up to work and she seemed to act weird a little bit, just like a hint of something there, that it was like, well, did she see that? It was like, oh fuck, I'm not interested, but didn't want to say anything. Or it was just whatever, one of those days, like not that way, I just mean maybe just whatever, in a weird mood. And I think I did become Facebook friends, and I did ask her about, like, oh, did you get my previous message, whatever, and she never said anything about it. So it's kind of like, well, I have to assume that she wasn't interested, so, but never said no. So it's kind of like, all right, well, I hate it when it's ambiguous like that. You know? Goddamn, she is older, so it wouldn't be one of those things where, you know, you wouldn't really be, this is somebody I'm gonna have a family and whatever with, you know. Yeah, she is thick. My goodness. Woo! That's just one of those things. You're kind of just like chatting up with somebody and you're just like, whoa. I like your personality, I like talking with you, but there's also some other stuff that I notice about you. But yeah, and then towards sort of later in the day, there's this one girl that came in to get a movie, and it's like, I don't know, just very, seemed to have like this very sweet sort of personality, and kind of young, not underage, so don't get any funny ideas, but just, you know, clearly younger, probably early to mid 20s, and of course wearing leggings. So it's just, you kind of look at somebody and it's one of those moments where it just, yeah, the reminder you'll be going home alone. This is not somebody, you know, you will not be experiencing the joys of holding hands, hugging, cuddling, going together to do stuff. So it wasn't this huge feeling, but it felt like a second of just like, oh, yeah. So that was sort of about it. I guess I've got to give congratulations to, I forgot the username who wrote the comment about being single for a long time, blah, 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 and just had enough of it, and apparently started a conversation with some girl, and now has got himself a girlfriend. So that is very nice. Congratulations, sir. Sorry, I forgot your username. Seemed like, from the impression I got, maybe he's going to school, so being on a college campus obviously helps, or unless you don't go to school and you drove out to a college campus, because the way I was doing it is, I feel pretty kind of dumb. Let me go to a random store and hope there's girls there. So that doesn't fucking matter. It's good to see there's hope for some of you out there. So, for some of you out there. But yeah, I guess now going back to the other thing where, you know, I don't feel that my problem is chemical in nature. There's a quote something on Twitter that I saw. Somebody said something along the likes of purposeful work cures most mental illness. And that's really sort of what it is. Something that I've always felt for a very long time is just this feeling that, just nothing you're doing really has any meaning. And I don't mean that in some nihilistic, oh, the world's gonna burn up so nothing matters. None of that bullshit. But just so much feels utterly meaningless to you that it kind of goes from there. And I think for a lot of people, that is definitely a very core issue that manifests itself in different ways. And there are different sort of coping methods that you have with it, where it's this feeling of this general uselessness. And then it's just like, this stuff that I'm doing, it's just all sort of bullshit. Doesn't really mean anything, doesn't really affect anything, etc. And so you have the different coping methods with it. And so you turn to whatever it is you're going to turn to. I feel like I can't really make any true difference in the world, so I will turn to video games. At least there I can go on some big quest and save the world, right? And steadily, it just, the high wears off, so to speak, and it no longer has the effect that it used to. As I've got to say, folks, like I've said before, it's, whatever little progress I may make with the exercise, with the diet, it definitely does not excite me like it used to anymore, because I realize sort of the ultimate absurdity and meaninglessness of it, that somehow, really, if you sort of lose a bunch of weight and get strong, like what will really change, Maybe as part of a bigger whole, it'll matter, but in and of itself, this whole getting excited over it, just to me, I feel like I've reached a point where I just don't really, who cares, right? Who really cares? So, I acknowledge it. I acknowledge that, oh, hey, now I can do dips, and I can do them unassisted and do almost 5x5 with them, but I don't get excited over it. I acknowledge it, but I don't really pat myself on the back and like, oh, this is so great. It is so great. It is, well, that's nice. That's good. And then you just kind of move on. Oh, good. I've dropped it 238 pounds. Yeah. Yes, indeed, folks. Purposelessness definitely leads to a lot of bad things. It's not because you're not, maybe for some people, maybe it is that deficient in some chemicals here and there, and maybe taking the this or this helps too, but at the end of the day too, I said, well, what caused you to the loss of the chemicals and blah blah blah. It sort of comes down to the core issue of what's really eating you up, that you can't really admit to people, as honest and open as you might be with some, right? what is sort of the core issue eating at you that causes everything else to happen. And so the solutions is, just work out and take this and that, and there you go. Well, is there something deeper that's eating at you away, that would cause you to just feel despondent and blah blah and not, if you get what I mean? So maybe it's just one of those things, getting older, it really those more sort of superficial external things really don't seem to matter as much. Not that they're necessarily bad things to do. Well, that's probably about it, folks. I'm going to go home, do some dips, try to get some footage, see if I've made any progress since last week. I believe I did the first 2 sets were 5 reps, then the set 3 and 4 were 4 reps, and then I had to do the last set with the resistance band, and I did 5 reps. So 5, 5, 4, 4, and then 5 with the light resistance band. So we'll see, folks, how much more progress has happened in a week. Yippee. Alrighty. If I don't do anything for Thanksgiving, have a happy Thanksgiving, folks. Bye-bye.